New Year. And my goal today is to prepare you so you can be so deliberate in 2024 so you can start deliberately attracting things. And more importantly, stop attracting things that you don't want. So nice to have you with me. Now, you'll see below me is the worksheet that comes with today's training. Well, why does it come with the worksheet? Well, that's my style. I'm a trainer. And my goal is at the end of this training, you will completely understand what you need to do on a daily basis so you can be deliberate about it, about applying law of attraction to your life. And, I want to be the guy that teaches you how to do that. So I'm glad that you're here listening. And again, check out the worksheet. You can go to michaelloge.com/New Year's and you can check out the worksheet there. So good. Now, today, I am teaching you from my book, Law of Attraction. If you haven't read my book, or if you have rather, you might have noticed it's like a seminar. Well, it was a seminar, and my book is 21 years old this coming March, so it just celebrated my 20-year anniversary. I sold 4 million copies, 37 languages. And I was also, what was scheduled to be a 25-minute interview with Oprah Winfrey turned into 4 25-minute interviews with Oprah Winfrey. And I ended up hosting my own radio show on the Oprah Winfrey Network. If you're looking for me, I am right there. Look at the great company that I was keeping. It was the Law of Attraction radio show on Oprah and Friends. So thanks to Oprah for 21 years ago is helping spread the word here about law of attraction. So today I'm doing something deliberate. I'm going to deliberately finish in 30 minutes. And today's program is 2 sections. The first section, using the worksheet. By the way, if you don't have a printer, this worksheet is fillable online. And today I'm using the worksheet because I am a trainer. And my goal is that I'm going to brainwash you. In other words, I'm going to wash your brain so much so that after 25 minutes, you're going to be able to teach and talk about this to other people in your life. So you're all being deliberate attractors. Now, I want to do a good job. So I'm going to be using techniques that engage all 4 learning styles. Well, what does that mean? Some of you like to see it. Well, you're going to get to see things today. That's the visual student. The auditory student needs to hear it. That's how they learn best. The kinesthetic student, they like to do it and they like to take notes. You're probably taking notes right now about the 4 style. And the 4 style, these are the thinkers. They like to be thinking about things. They also like the little worksheet because it's like a matrix and boxes and so on. So my goal today is to stimulate everybody's learning style in 20 minutes so you can practice law of attraction, be more deliberate about what you're attracting. And in doing so, my goal is to show you how effective using accelerated learning techniques is. Real quickly, I have certified 500 trainers in 17 countries to deliver law of attraction seminars using my process as a material. Remember, this book was a seminar first. So this is actually the seminar. And in my training, we spend a lot of time teaching about the accelerated learning techniques because you want to engage all the students. Starting on February 1st, or even if after February 1st, you can check this out. That's the next certified law of attraction facilitator program. And it's done virtually with my support every Thursday for 7 weeks. At the end of 7 weeks, you'll have delivered a presentation very similar to today. And the purpose of that presentation is to give you the first part of my book was how do I stop attracting what I don't want and do something deliberate. Good. So the other thing that I'm going to be showing you today is a lot of little buttons. And I call them buttons because at one time they were little buttons. And now, so I got them made to look like buttons. Now I know they're going to be cute. I'm going to be showing you a lot of them today. And these buttons are key training points in my training and law of attraction. They're key training. I know they're cute. when I'm training facilitators, that's a module, that's a module, that's a module. So I'm flashing them today. I'm going to show them to you, but no, it's part of a bigger picture. You can download all 10 buttons for free and send them to like a print lab or something. This is I think a 4x6 photo. I put it on a foamy because I'm always touching them, but they're in my office. I wrote them, designed them, and printed them, but I still like to have them as a reminder. So today, treat yourself to a button collection because you have to surround yourself with this information. I'm at an advantage. I'm talking about this every day with many people. You might not be. This could be your new best friend. michaelloche.com/buttons. Okay, so I'm going to be using these buttons. Why? Because the visual students will help remember and burn images in. So I'm going to be using lots of these techniques. So the first part, I'm going to give you, the worksheet says 6, the title said 5. That's right, there's a bonus. I'm going to review each tool button that I use on a daily basis. And the second part of today, well, not the second part, the last 5 minutes, I'm going to teach you how to delete one emotion that's causing you to procrastinate. So imagine you having a new goal to do this and don't get started. I know that you know that. I know that you know that you did that. We all have. We get excited, we plot and plan, and we don't start it. There's an energy that's causing that. I'm going to show you that near the end of today's program. If you don't have one already, or if you're watching the replay, you will need a magnet for the second part. So you'll be able to pause, get a magnet. If not, go get a magnet right now. And we're going to get started shortly. So again, today I'm teaching you probably the first 10 or 12 pages of my book. And that's the part that says, here's how you reset your vibe so you stop attracting negative things. And guess what? When you stop attracting negative things, your overall vibration rises. And I don't mean levitates, I mean this kind of rises. This is your vibrational meter reader. That's me, and I'm in the 90s. I like hanging 90 to 100. I like hanging out in that range. The vibrational meter reader, which is just the feelings, when you can lock it in and stay on the 90s, guess what you'll attract more of? 90s. So my goal today is to teach you what you need to do to hang out in the 90s. And you'll know that you're there by how you feel. That's your feeling meter or your vibrational meter reader. Okay, some of you might be listening for the first time, or maybe your friend sent you the video to introduce you to the law of attraction, because guess what? Oprah Winfrey coined me as the how-to guy. Thank you very much. And I am going to teach you what you need to do and say so you can be more deliberate. You know, one of the, well, let's talk about the definition of law of attraction. Tool number 1. I'll tell you what to write in a second. So here's the definition. Law of attraction matches vibrations, positive or negative. Could that be the easiest job on the planet? Hey, what do you do for a living? Oh, I match vibrations. Oh, that must be hard. Not really. You see, law of attraction isn't smart, it's obedient. And right now, it's matching the vibe you're sending about anything, whether positive or negative. This might finally explain why you've attracted negative things and you're a positive person. That always puzzled me. How could I attract negative things when I was a positive person? Oh, I must have been unknowingly sending a negative vibration. I'm going to tell you what you were doing, we were doing, I was doing in a few seconds. So the full definition for law of attraction is matching vibrations, positive or negative. And to help burn the image, here is a one-word description of the entire job description for law of attraction. It's right here. Matches. Matches, matches, matches. What does that mean? Matching vibrations. So tool number 1, write this in the notes. Law of attraction is always responding by giving me more of the same vibe. Law of attraction is always responding by giving me more of the same vibe. You can write this too. It's not very smart, it's obedient. So if you're paying attention to a bad date or the job interview that didn't work out or clients canceling, or if you're noticing negative things, then that's what your vibration is. That's the rule. That's the law. Today I'm going to teach you. So number one, understanding that law of attraction isn't smart, it's obedient. Which brings us to button number 2. In my book, this is vibrational Victor. And Victor is showing this vibrational bubble. It's not me or you, but this is your vibrational bubble. And this vibration, that means this feeling. We can stand beside somebody, can we feel their negative vibe? You can tell when you have a negative vibe, when you're sad and lonely and ticked off and jealous and guilt and shame and blame. When you're having those emotions, you know you have a negative vibe. Your vibrational meter reader tells you so. You can also tell when you're feeling love and joy and appreciation and bliss and abundance. You can tell by how you feel. And right now, you cannot not have a vibration. That means right now, you have something in your vibrational bubble, and right now, you are submitting an order. You know, when you go on Amazon and other shopping carts, they allow you to fill up the cart before you submit the order. But not law of attraction. You're submitting an order every time you get you just submitted an order. Anything you give attention to causes you to send the vibration of it. What are you watching? What are you listening to? What are you talking about? What are you observing? Are you complaining or worrying? Are you curious about what you've been submitting? Are you curious about what the vibe is that you've been submitting about money? If you're curious and you want to know what the vibe is that you've been submitting about money, open your wallet or bank account. It's a perfect match. Do you want to know what the vibe is that you're sending about submitting for clients? Open your customer client file folder. I get what I vibrate. Hey, I don't like it either, but I get what I vibrate. So tool number 2, write this in the notes. Law of attraction, you can put LOA, safe and space. LOA is always responding. I'm always submitting an order. I'm always submitting an order. Okay, we're going to recap. That's my style. My job today is to burn this in your head so much so you can teach it and share it with others. Number 1, the definition of law of attraction. It's matching my vibrations. And I have one right now, right now, right now. I cannot not have one. It's matching them, whether negative or positive, because it's not smart, it's obedient. I learned that my vibe is what submits the order. Whatever I'm giving attention to, reading it, writing it, smelling it, eating it, talking about it, remembering, pretending, whatever I'm doing is causing me to send a vibration. So I want to be more deliberate, which takes me to tool number 3. Well, Michael, what if I'm attracting negative clients and negative dates and not good things in a job interview? Well, that's valid. But your job, here's tool number 3, is to observe negativity briefly. Oh, you don't like what happened on that date or that job interview or that and you're complaining about that. Well, then do that. Get ticked off, get angry, break dishes, say, I hate when this happens. Dear diary, this sucks when this happens. Do what you need to do to observe it briefly. Now, how long's briefly? I don't know. Maybe in the past you'd have been ticked off for 2 days. Now you're down to 2 hours. That's briefer. Maybe you used to do 2 hours. Now you're down to 2 minutes. That's briefer. Because when you are having that little snit fit about the things that you don't like, that's getting submitted too. But here's the good news. As soon as you reset your vibration and you go from what you don't want to what you do want, your vibration changes. So it's okay, it's important, matter of fact, to be ticked off and angry. Just do it briefly. And that brief observation will birth clarity. Which begs the question, why would I even attract negative things? I'm such a nice person. Let's go to tool number 4. You didn't mean to, but we're so used to doing it. Doing what? We're so used to using the words don't, not, and no. And every time I use the word don't, not, and no, I just gave attention to what I didn't want. And when I give attention to anything, it causes me to include the vibration. When I say I don't want my clients to cancel, I gave attention to client cancel. Don't forget, gave attention to forgetting. How about this one? This is not a scam. Anybody here a scam? And if you're really not sure after this live, go to Google and type no pink elephants. I wonder what color Google's going to show you, because there could be a lot, pink and blue and polka dots and red. What color will you get if you go to Google and say no pink elephants? Well, you know what Google does? Google strips away the words don't, not, or no, and guess what's going to bring you? Pink elephants, thousands, 9 million sites, videos, pictures, diagrams of pink elephants. But you said no. So law of attraction is vibrational Google. Every time you say no to something, you just included it. So tool number 4, write this: reduce and eliminate these 3 words. Tool number 4 is reduce and eliminate the words don't, not, or no. How do I do that? Let's go to tool number 5. This is your new best friend. So what do I want? Let's practice that. I don't want my clients to cancel. Oh, so what do I want? Oh, I like when my clients, I don't want this to happen. I don't want this. Every time you use the word don't, not, or no, it can be reframed in your language. Everybody that's complaining is using the words don't, not, and no. Everybody that's worrying is using the words don't, not, and no. This is your new best friend. Today, you might have typed an email that says, do not hesitate to contact me. What did you give attention to? Hesitation. The new you cannot not hear yourself type it or read it or write it. Whenever you use the word don't, not, and no, and now you're just going to say, so what do I want? You see, when you go from what you don't want to what you do want, the words change. When I say, don't forget, what do I want? Remember. When I go from what I don't want to what I do want, the words change. When the words change, my vibe got changed. That means I did a vibe reset. Changing your vibe changes your results. The only way to get a different result is to send a different vibration. So tool number 5, your new best friend. So what do I want? That will help reset your vibes. And I'm telling you about my daily top 5 tools that I use, and these are the 5. But there's something that I'm always doing. I'm minding my own vibration. Tool number 6 on the chart, on your worksheet, I'm minding my own vibration. I did a lot to get high on the dial, just like you are. I'm watching who I'm hanging around with, what I'm talking about, what I'm watching. I'm watching my don't, nots, and no's. I am selfish. Selfish equals self-care. I care about my vibration so much so that I want to keep it high in the dial. So I'm minding my own vibration. Would you believe that everything you just learned is in the first 12 or 13, 14 pages of my book? Real quickly, starting in January, and if you're watching after January, you can still have the URL, which is michaellogier.com workshop. And I do 5 week-long Zoom events with an 18-page workbook that I've been using to teach law of attraction so you can master it. And it comes with 20 releasing negative emotion sessions. You're going to learn about what that means shortly. But imagine today has been, how long have we been today? I don't know, maybe, where's the timer? 18 minutes. Imagine spending 5 hours with me. I'm going to name drop. Oprah Winfrey called me the how-to guy for a reason. I'm the guy to tell you how to do it, how to change your vibe, how to reset the don't, nots, and no, and most importantly, how to be more deliberate. So hang out with me for 5 hours on the Zoomer. It's going to be recorded, and you'll have access to that class online. And it comes with 20 or 30 releasing negative emotion sessions. Everybody will get one after the class. And if you're not able to join live, I do your session right after the training. So, okay, so that is the 6 things that I do every day. Now, let's talk about how you can be doing this. You're going to be using law of attraction. Maybe you want an ideal client or an ideal customer, an ideal date. And you now know you got to be careful what you're including in your vibration. And just like every New Year's, because I'm tired of hearing it, the news, all they talk about is New Year's resolution and New Year's goal and why people don't get them done. And you know what? Honestly, nobody has the answer. Well, me, I haven't. The reason why you're not getting things done I learned about in Dr. Bradley Nelson's book called The Emotion Code. And the emotion code is a process, and Dr. Brad calls them trapped emotions. These are old emotions. That means you had an emotion at one time that you never processed. That means you never cried, you never got ticked off, you never had therapy, you just held it in. And there's one emotion on the chart here. There's one emotion on the chart that is the reason why you're procrastinating. One. So let's take a look at the worksheet. If you don't have it yet, go get a magnet, and it can be any magnet. I'm just going to show you a few examples. Here's a little fridge magnet or a little bulletin board. You can see it's pretty simple. You know, there's this meaty looking one, and then there's this called a crocodile egg. They're just any magnets. They're not branded or anything. Even if you have a fridge magnet from Florida on your fridge, you know, just anything with the little magnet on the back. You're going to need that. And in the as your proxy, now, you know, my other side of my business is that I have this unique ability to delete these emotions on other people's behalf, and I become your proxy. And as your proxy, I find the emotion to delete for you. But in today's case, you won't need to find the emotion because I'm going to tell you what it is. There's an emotion on the emotion code chart, and go to your worksheet and fill it in on the bottom. And the emotion is creative insecurity. The emotion is creative insecurity. What does that mean? Well, it means the insecurity to create. What does that mean? Well, maybe you want to develop something. Maybe you want to build something. Maybe you want to write something. Maybe you have writer's block. Maybe you have designer's block. Maybe you have painter's block. Maybe you're getting stuck. Maybe you're procrastinating. It's all the same reason. Creative insecurity arises when you go to plan and produce something. What are you doing here? Your goals and dreams? Think, I want to produce something. I want to create a program, write a book, get a job, do this, update my website, clear out my storage. Whatever it is that you've been procrastinating is because of one emotion. So go to the chart. I'm going to tell you, I want to demonstrate the process. So if you're watching, you can do along with me. Think of an area of something in your life that you're procrastinating on. I don't have to give you a list. I'm sure you can find one. Something you're procrastinating on. Finishing something, mailing something, returning an email, you know what that is. So on the bottom here, we're going to go to the steps to release procrastination. Now, procrastination isn't the feeling, that's the symptom. The feeling is creative insecurity. So let's read the instructions. Number one, identify what you're procrastinating on, or what you're avoiding, or what you're putting off, or what you're not starting and finishing. So I have something, for example. I said I would create this email to participate in something, and I've been putting it off like for 3 days. Why? Because I don't want to get it wrong. So I put it off and I put it off. That's why we procrastinate. So number one, identify the thing that you're putting off. Number two, using any magnet, you saw mine, swipe from your chin to your forehead, just up and down. You can just keep doing it. It says 10 times. I just keep doing it. 1, 2. You know, the magnet's the only thing that dilutes energy. And with your intention, this is the entry-exit point. So you just keep swiping. And number three, you know, I'd highlight it in yellow. I don't know why I didn't. It should say this exact script while swiping. Look at your handout. I want to say, releasing this creative insecurity that is causing me to procrastinate and stopping me from creating and developing and moving forward with my project to work on that email. See how it was specific? Good. Now, did I feel anything? Not yet. What will be the receipts? What will be the receipts that I could actually have deleted the emotion causing procrastination? The receipts will be getting stuff done, organizing and building a list and checking it off and throwing stuff out, replying emails. That's how you know that you nailed it. So today, a couple really significant things that you learned. One, what do you need to do to be a deliberate submitter? What I say, what I get, how do I do that? And number two, How do I delete my procrastination? How do I delete the thing that, even though I say I'm excited, I never get to it, I never finish it? So back to my book again. The first part of remember this was a seminar that I did hundreds of times first. And so the first part of the book is what you learned today. How do I stop attracting negative things, start attracting what I want? When you get your vibe cleaned up, boy, it's easy to place orders because there's no negative vibration stopping it. So in the 5-week course and in my book, this is the 3-step formula. Step 1, 2, 3. Step number 1, what do you want? That makes a lot of sense, right? But most people don't know what they want. They know what they don't want. You know, you don't call the pizza people and tell them everything you don't want. Hey, I'd like to order a pizza. Here's all the things that I don't want on it. We don't do that. Or you don't go to Amazon and buy things you don't want. Or you don't go to Google and tell Google what. See, in those areas, we're pretty good. But when it comes to goals and dreams, desires, monies, and things like that, oh, I don't want this, and I don't want that, and I don't want this. So guess what? Step 1, we spend 1 class on step 1. You will master that. You'll be able to use this formula for every area like I do. Customers and clients and prospects and guest opportunities, speaking engagement, on and on and on, once you know the formula. So now I've got what I want. I'm going to teach you how to build a list of what you want. Now you got to place the order. Just like if I said, oh, here's what we're getting on the pizza. Collectively, we finally figured out what we wanted on the pizza. Step number 1, identify what we wanted on the pizza, but I didn't order it. Step number 2, I have to give it attention. Oh, that sounds familiar. Remember, as I give anything attention, it causes me to submit the order. So in Pizza World, I just have to make the phone call. Step 2, hey, I'd like to order this pizza, and here's what I want on it. Wasn't that easy? When it comes to pizza, you know what you want, you place the order, and then you allow the driver to bring it in. On Amazon, when you shop for Amazon, you place the order and you let the driver in. So when it comes to those things, aren't you good at step 3? Aren't you good at allowing the things that you submitted an order to, except for law of attraction? Now, the allowing piece is so important that it's 2 full classes out of the 5, and here's why. In this diagram, I'm showing you how much water that we are allowing, or money, or boyfriends, girlfriends, customers, clients, whatever it is. It's just a drop here, and a drop here, and a drop there. But there's a lot more water available. There's a better diagram. So the handle is actually what's blocking you to allow more. You can even assume that on this allowing that there could be a garden hose hooked up to that, or a fire truck, or one of those big reservoirs. There's a lot of water available. But it's all that this person or what is being allowed is a drop here and a drop there. Someone says, well, hook it up to a fire truck. That won't allow more. The speed at which you will allow more of what you want, whether it's water, money, customers, clients, sales, job interviews, isn't determined by how much you want it. It's determined by how much resistance you have. It's a math equation. Imagine lessening the resistance on the handle. Even if I just did just a little tiny one, I'd get more water. I don't have to unravel the whole, I just have to loosen it. Today, when you follow the don't, nots, and no's and what do I want, you are going to loosen your own resistance. And that means you're loosening and reducing your negative vibration. And when you reduce your negative vibration, you will attract more from the source, which is water, customers, or clients. We spent 2 hours on that in the training. Why? It's important. One other thing for those of you that are interested in more about what I do with releasing negative emotions, I just posted the link to my menu and to show you all the things that I've had complete success with. I've merged my Law of Attraction program with releasing negative emotions, and it is the best program that I've ever delivered in my life. And I've done seminars with 2,500 people in them that were all exciting, but imagine getting the emotions deleted that are causing you to step up and move forward and have a voice and go live on Facebook, whatever you need to do, I can help you with that. So everything that you heard today kind of summarizes into 5 words. And I just want to remind you, all the buttons that I showed you today are available at michaelloge.com/buttons. And these are key significant training points that I do in my certification. I use them every day because it's how I get the message across. They're free. These are photos. You can tell by the gloss what a nice photo that prints off. But here is a summary for today. I get what I vibrate. If you like what you're getting, celebrate it. Tell everybody. Stay in the vibration of what you like. And Law of Attraction doesn't know that you're celebrating or telling everybody. Law of Attraction is responding to what you give attention to whenever you're celebrating. You submit more orders when you celebrate it. And when you don't like what you're getting, know that you have the ability to reset your vibes. You have the ability to reset your vibes. And when your vibe changes, your results change. Look at that, 31 minutes. My goal was to teach you in 30 minutes so you'd be able to leave here knowing how to teach this to others. How can you do that? Well, download these buttons and make them teaching points. Imagine having your family and everybody in your work team and your business team using the same vibration. The team that vibrates together succeeds together. Get everybody on the same vibrational page. Either join me in some upcoming webinar seminars and or download the buttons so you can master the law of attraction. It's pretty simple when you have the right tools. Hey, drop me a note in any of the formats that you're watching. Let me know what you loved, what you liked, and what was helpful. And again, Happy New Year to everybody. 2024, between your procrastination releases and your deliberate inclusion of what you want, it's going to be a great year. Thanks, everybody.